Wait for stuff to load and done. Okay, so it does say I'm live. Awesome. Always adjusting the camera. You will laugh because I basically have my laptop sitting on top of my cash box. I know. It's hilarious. So, and my head is chopped off. So, good morning. Hi. Hello and good morning. I'm Andrea, your local quilt shop owner. And what have I got for you today? Lots of goodies. Okay, there we go. A little better. New shirt. If you can read this, you're too close. Also, you're staring at my boobs. I know. So when last we met, which was my newsletter, because you're totally subscribed to my newsletter, right? If you go to thequiltingshed.com, there's a newsletter sign up. You got to sign up because every Friday I send out the latest and greatest news. I ramble. I write it last minute usually, but I tell you what's new. I tell you what's going on. I do a recap of my week, or at least I try to. And I was really on the ball last week and had it all ready to go even before we took Emma downtown for classes for the day. So I was really proud of myself. And then came home and totally didn't hear the delivery guy dump a big pile of notions on my back door. Deliveries to the back, please. So lots of it was restocking, but we had some new stuff come in. Not all of it's up on the website because we're still working on the glitches. Just trying to figure them out, and if we don't figure them out by a certain date, I'm just going to do stuff manually. But so it'll be up there. So anyway, one of the things we got restocked back in, the diagonal seam tape, super popular. Everybody loves it. It makes a great gift. So if you were waiting for that, that is totally back in. Sorry, my iPad flashed. Another new thing that came in was these little metal mask bars. Nose bars for if you're making masks and you want the little piece of metal to form over your nose. The bag of 100 for 14 bucks. So this is really good. If you are making a lot of masks and selling them, you might want to consider these. It's lightweight metal, sort of. I read a post how to make your own. It was like, first buy a can of sardines and then, cut the sardine lid. And I'm like, no, it's too much work. If you're buying sardines and you like them anyway, knock yourself out. But if you want clean hands and you don't want to cut these out yourself, bag of 100. There we go. Good stuff. And again with the masks, a different kind of face mask ruler. This one's slightly cheaper from June Taylor. Everybody's in on the mask ruler game, I tell ya. Haven't tried this one yet. Good morning, Linda. I feel like, good morning, Linda. Good morning, Susan. Good morning. Good morning. Feel like romper room lady. I'll have to get a little mirror, and there I'm showing my age. It's the quilting room, like the romper room, but quilting. Week tie-in, I know, just more tea. I definitely need more tea. Some days I hit the ground running. Some days the meds just don't kick in fast enough. So I had to restock a bunch of rulers because the new quilters are cleaning me out, which is great. So I couldn't get the 6x24, but I did manage to get a 6x12, which I thought would be a really great size for things like retreats and classes, because you've got the familiarity of your big ruler, but it's portable, and you don't have to carry the great big long one around with you. It sticks out of your bag and stuff. So there's that. Another thing I got in previously is this handy dandy wooden thread rack. Just like the ones I use on the wall to hang the Aurifil threads, except smaller. You probably have a smaller collection of threads than I do. You can fold it to stand up, or you can stick it on the wall. I know it says you're not supposed to store your threads out in the light somewhere, but sometimes you just have to have stuff handy. Sit it by your machine, have some threads selected nearby. Some other new things I got in just to try, just because I saw it, chucked it in the cart, said, yeah, might as well. Best applique freezer paper. Freezer paper's hard to find. They aren't carrying it in the grocery stores anymore, and if they do, there's like one left on the shelf. You have to grab it and fight somebody else for it. Take down an aisle 9. So this is Kim Deal's Best Applique Freezer Paper. Added bonus, It's not in a roll, so you don't have to keep unrolling it and having it curl up. And it'll fit through your printer. So you can take, if you have like the digital pattern, which I really, really love, and you're going to print out the piece things anyway, print it right onto the freezer paper for your applique stuff. I can't explain how to use applique with freezer paper right at the moment because, like I said, the tea has not kicked in. So we'll leave that for another time. The other thing I got was iron-on quilt label fabric sheets. So this is a piece of cotton fabric with fusible backing that you run through your inkjet printer and print your labels out right on top of it. So you can create your own design and everything. Like I said, haven't tried these, but people ask me about labels, so here's an option for you. Okay, back to the applique. I have back in stock the applique pressing sheets. This is a Teflon sheet, so nothing's going to stick to it. You're not going to get gunky fusible web all over your ironing board, which, trust me, you don't want to get that stuff on the front of something because it's a pain. The other new thing I got, and I got because I'm like, I use this and I don't have any in the shop and I probably should get some in. And as you know, the stuff that I stock in the shop is stuff I like to use. This is a cone thread holder. Some of you have machines where the spool pin only goes a certain way, or it's in a weird spot and you have trouble with certain spools of thread. Sometimes they wiggle too much, or you want to use a cone of thread and you've got it in a teacup, or you're making all kinds of accommodations. You stand this next to your machine and you put the cone on it and it comes up through here and then goes over to your machine. It's the handiest thing ever. They're nice and sturdy. They don't wobble around, so you can get more bang for your buck. Send someone in to get you one for a Christmas present. That'll fit great in your stocking. So I was totally going to do a Facebook Live sometime about great Christmas gifts, and here I am talking about half of them. Anyway, so the other fantastic news that I did, you know I love to organize in bins. I got another bin of zippers. Lots and lots of zippers. One in every color. These bags have 6 in here. That's just how they came. I just didn't unpack them yet because I have to figure out how I want to display them, because I opted not to get the nice fancy display rack because, you know, that would cost twice as much and take twice as long to get here. So I've got lots of zippers. They're 22 inches, so you will have to probably trim them. But I also got the zipper pulls. If you make a lot of bags and you're like me and you're frugal and you have a zipper that's the right color but it's too long, so you just hack off the bit, but you save the other end because you know I'm going to find a zipper pull somewhere off of a broken zipper, and someday I will put it on there and make myself a new zipper. This is what you need. Someday I will get my own bag and go through there and fix a bunch of zippers so I have way more zippers than I started with. Someday, I swear to God, I will do this. I keep telling myself I'm not going to make myself another handbag. I'm not going to make myself another handbag. And then new fabric comes in and the first thing I think of is this will make a really nice handbag. We'll move on after some tea. So the other thing that was in that box was some charm packs. This one with nice reds and blacks and pinks. And this one with some soft greens and peaches, I think. I'm not sure. It's still wrapped in the plastic. I'm just showing you 2. I have a little bit more than that. Like, I don't just have just one. And then I ordered some jelly rolls. Yay! This one has a bunch of, it's called Britannia. It has a bunch of British type designs on it with beef eaters and the guys in the red coats with the big black bear hats that I can't remember, and Big Ben and the Union Jack and all kinds of fun stuff like that. What's this one? Fly to Sea. I think that matches one of the charm packs. Again, come in and have a look at it. This one is all greens, and if you look at the edge, it gives you a good sense of the colors. Neufchâtel, something European, I don't know. castles and stuff are on it, I think. Navies and beiges and peachy colors and mustard. It's actually quite nice. I like this one. Oh, and this matches one of the charm packs. It's got stylized poppies on it. Not like Remembrance Day poppies, just floral. And red and black and gold and white and gray. And this one has kitties on it. It's pinks and blues and some black and white and gray. So yeah, jelly rolls. Each of these jelly rolls, pardon me, are 58 bucks. That's not too bad. Kind of got a little bit of a deal on those. Kind of happy about that. So the other things, finally, the shipping lanes have burst open for me at least a little bit because that stuff came on Friday. I got another box of stuff last night. There's a notice I got on the weekend that 3 colors of Kona should be back sometime today. I'm half expecting the delivery guy to show up while I'm doing this live because I'm sort of at the first of his route, which is really awesome. So sometimes he swings by around 9 o'clock if he's got anything for me. Last night, had to run to the post office. If it comes Canada Post, I got to go all the way to Shoppers downtown and pick it up. I'm going to show you. We got in. Woohoo! Glide thread, yay! Big old box of Glide thread to restock. So what I got here, whole bunch of, okay, so I couldn't get quite as many whites as I wanted, I guess. No, maybe there's more. Okay, oh wait, that's the small one. Yeah, one of the things I did this time, just for you, because you guys asked, was I got in some smaller spools. These smaller spools are 8 bucks. So if you haven't tried it, you can try it. The Glide thread is a polyester thread. They toss around some fancy terms. It's a trilobal thread, trilobal poly. It's also triple ply, which means 3 strands, they just twist them together. But what the trilobal means is if you cross-section the thread, it would look kind of like a triangle. And I've seen microscopic images of trilobal fibers from my other hobby, watching forensic files. So yay to crime solving. Thank God it doesn't have much to do with quilting, but there we have it. You can learn stuff anywhere. I know, and yet you still like me. So funny. So yeah, nice strong polyester thread, super shiny. You can use it for quilting. I use it in the long arm. You can use it on a mid arm. You could use it in your regular sewing machine for whatever. I do have some people who use it for piecing. I haven't tried it. I find it too shiny and slippery for that. I don't want to waste it, even though it's really cost effective when you get a great big huge spool of it. It started out as machine embroidery thread, and then long armers found it and kind of exploded from there. So yeah, if you do embroidery, it's great. I've seen embroidered pieces from it. It's really, really nice. So yeah, I've got some nice colors, restocked a bunch of colors. I even got in the 60 weight. So the 60 weight has the black cones on it, and the 40 weight has the gray. This is what you use for the regular everyday. The 60 weight, bigger the number, finer the thread. And what I normally use this for is a lot of custom quilting that is dense, or if I'm going to travel over a lot, it doesn't build, it's a thinner, finer thread, so it doesn't really build up if you go over it things a few times. So it's really handy for that, like 4 passes on something, because I do a lot of traveling if I do some custom work, because you're going back and forth around a block, and then you're going to fill in, you're going to come back this way, and then you're going, oh crap, I forgot that bit, and then you climb back. So this, thanks Heidi, at least some knowledge. Heidi says she learned about trilobal fibers in the same space in the crime solving. So, but the 60 weight, really good for going over your stitching. So it doesn't build up. It's not really a lot of dense buildup of threads. Whereas if you went over something 3 or 4 times with a thicker thread like the 40 weight, you would definitely notice more thread than anything. So yeah, I got a big, huge box here of thread. Oh, they separated the layers with a piece of quilt padding. That's great. So I'll have to put them up on the shelf today because I picked them up, came home, did supper, just sort of looked in the box and moved on with my night. which involved a big hot cup of strong tea and some bed. The other thing that I got last night in my inbox, notice that my Northcott blender shipment has shipped. And then I read how much was back ordered. Oh my goodness. So there's a few colors that are back ordered. Whitewash, powder pink, Cabernet. Damn it, that was a good one. As expected, gray, charcoal, ebony, after midnight. Those ones are all on back order, but it looks like I'm getting a lot. It's 4 pages here. So however many is coming. I'm not sure what day, but I expect them within the week because there's no tracking on this that I can see. But the blenders are coming. So if you've walked in, you thought, I need something like a tone on tone with just a really subtle pattern, but just in a color, not really white, but I got to match this. That's what a blender is. It's just sort of a generic industry term that we use for something that it just blends design-wise with a lot of other pieces. Now, I got the canvas line from Northcott, which is sort of a grungy, cross-hatchy, splattery type, very subtle pattern, just enough to add some sort of visual texture and not be as harsh as a solid. So those are coming, tons of colors. I'll add it up later. And at a reasonable price point too. Not sure exactly how much, but I will let you know. Let's say less than 15 a meter. So that's good. And they will be a steady seller. I know they will be. What else do I have to talk about? I had a list, but the all the new stuff that we got kind of superseded that list. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any comments, leave me a comment. I love it when you come in and you say, I watched your video and you showed me something and now I need to come here and buy it, or I needed to look at it closer. That's just kind of tickles me. And one lady was in here, she's like, I've watched all your videos and now I feel like I know you. And I'm like, and yet you still came in. That's great. I know. Clearly I need more tea. I'm rambling. I got a lot to do this morning. I'm sure you do too. So I'm going to wrap this up. And I was saying something about comments and questions. Any ideas for next week? What is next week? Yeah, I got a list for next week. Like the next 2 or 3 weeks, I've pretty much chosen topics for those already. But if there is something you want me to discuss, let me know, because apparently I can go on about anything for a good solid 10 minutes if it's quilt related. And sometimes I just tell people, if you ask me this question, I'm going to go on and on and on about it. So just stop me when your brain gets full. All right. Having said that, I need to sit down too. So you have a great day. I will see you later. And I'm going to get to restocking some shelves and refill my tea. Alrighty, folks. I feel like I want to say keep your stick on the ice, but may your bobbin never run out. There we go. And I will see you next time.